Samson is fascinated by this competitive eating. I guess he's just discovered it. I don't know. He was watching YouTube videos of Chestnut eating 32 Big Macs in 38 minutes. Chris Cody, you said you thought that was harder than 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes, right? Just because of how disgusting a couple of Big Macs would be and how big that bread is?
Because of how full I feel after half of a Big Mac. And it was just like, I could eat probably 2 or 3 hot dogs, but that just seems tougher to me, the Big Macs.
He got 32 down in 38 minutes.
I know, it's
and
insane.
he stacked them in a pyramid way.
Does he do the same thing with all these competitions where he's dunking?
Deconstruct?
No, he eats the full hamburger, regular hamburger. He eats a round and then finishes. He's got warm water that he drinks, and then he stacks it and then opens the next one. But lettuce drops from the bottom of the Big Mac as he eats it. And to get the world record, you have to eat the lettuce too.
Oh.
So between 31 and 32, he ate the entire plate of lettuce straight and then ate the 30-second hamburger. And when he finished, he said they taste so good to him. It reminds him of his time with his grandpa, and his stomach felt great.
Oh.
Maybe the first 6. That
6.
7th one can't feel like when he was with his grandpa.
The entire salad afterwards, too, that's on the plate where you're just putting it in your hands and like
Mac sauce all over it, dripped in.
Our video team has found a sports science still of what 65 glizzies look like in a stomach and what it does to a stomach. Can we put that up in the main feed? It's
like a glow.
Wait, what is that?
That is what 65 glizzies in a stomach look like.
No.
I think I see America.
It does look like a globe.
It does look like our globe. It is.
I see the Middle East, though. There's the Red Sea right there on the left. And the Arabian
Saudi Arabia,
Peninsula.
yeah.
The Arabian Peninsula.
It's not flat.
Why is that on the show?
I don't know. They just inserted it.
It's helpful.
When nobody was
Supplemental.
looking.
It's sports science. That episode of Sports Science, shout out to John Brinkus, they actually take the human body, right, with a balloon where the stomach is, and what they did is they'd put the hot dog there, and they took like this pole, and they would like shove it down the esophagus, like churning butter, and like push it down like that, and they fit 65 of them in there, and it would look like a 9-month pregnancy belly. It was huge.
I want to get back to what you were saying about that being the world's most disgusting lettuce. The Big Mac,
worst salad.
the Big Mac lettuce eaten yes, if you dump sauce all over it and it's just a little bit, okay, but a trough of it, 32 Big Mac salads. I'm just gonna shovel it with both hands. I'm not gonna say I haven't done it at a McDonald's in Miami Beach. 32 Big Macs worth of salad with fries on it. But that salad is the worst, right? There's no worse.
It's like lukewarm.
That's not even salad. That's not salad.
It's just shredded lettuce.
That comes in a big bag.
And there's
Mac
so much
sauce.
of it with one Big Mac. Yeah, imagine
Everywhere. You take one bite, it's everywhere.
Imagine 32.
But the rest of us would let it drop to the floor and not think anything
Right.
of it.
I wouldn't eat the lettuce from one of those.
Well, you wouldn't eat anything that fell off. When you eat a Big Mac, when the pickle comes out or anything comes out, you just let it go, don't you?
Sometimes I go back.
Yeah,
Oh, you
sometimes
do?
gotta
A
go back.
pickle.
Little
sometimes
piece of cheese falls, I'm grabbing that
I
thing
take
out.
the pickle and then I
Fry,
use it like
too.
as a scoop. Yeah, like a scoop and get some mac sauce and some lettuce on that. And now it's kind of.
The best one of those is the taco. The remnants
Oh,
from
yeah.
the
the
taco.
little
Get a fork.
carnitas.
I get a fork for that.
Post
Carne
taco fork, yep.
Yep, that
piece of
whole
chicken.
whatever's left right
You
there.
put a
Dip it in the
tortilla at the
salsa.
bottom of the plate, an
save a
extra
little
one.
extra
Everything that
tortilla.
drops off.
That's
you
why
get,
they give you
boom.
2 tortillas in one
Yes.
taco, so when you pick up the
Extra
first
taco.
one,
Really?
it
I
falls
eat
down
them
the
both
second
at the
one.
same time.
Yeah.
I've been
With
doing it
ground beef
wrong my
on
whole
top.
life.
Put it on the poll, Juju, at Le Batard Show. Do you go back for the pickle when you've dropped it? Because you're not talking about on the floor. What are you giggling
Oh,
about?
not the floor.
You're
No,
talking
in
about
the
just
box.
back. Yeah, so no,
Yes.
but yeah, no, of course not you. You would not do the floor. Of course
Nobody
not.
would do the floor. Nobody
My
does
5-year-old
the
would.
floor.
5-second rule.
The 5 seconds.
That rule
Depends
doesn't
on the
exist in
floor.
a McDonald's.
5-second rule exists.
3 seconds, right? Isn't it the 3 second?
Wet
rule?
objects, 3 seconds.
Doesn't matter. It's not less than more than 2 seconds around me.
I'll catch it before it hits the floor.
I got Chris like a cartoon character getting underneath it and then just opening his mouth and it just falls
Like
in.
a dog catching a treat.
Scooby Doo.
Tony,
It's also a bad pickle.
You heard right, Dan.
What? The
Tony,
McDonald's pickle?
Tony,
No,
made,
it's not bad.
Tony made a distinction that I was not aware of. So it's how many seconds for wet food and how many seconds
You're looking at
for
2 seconds for wet food. 5 seconds for dry food. Like if a chip falls on the floor, you got 5 seconds. If a piece of ham falls on the floor, you got 2 seconds at the best.
Ham's the worst one. That's a good shout, by
Dude,
you.
that
Piece of
thing
cheese falls on the floor. You
No.
gotta
Anything that's
quickly go.
moist
like,
and can just
scrape it
pick
up.
up everything, just like, ugh.
All of a sudden, you got like dirt and dog hair, and you're like, ah.
All right, 0-second rule for the ham.
No, you can't. It's got to be not unless you slice it thinly off the top.
Have you ever
right?
tried to get ham out of the Publix wrapper and it's taking you
Impossible.
like 7 minutes?
Yeah, it's
And everything just sticks to the wrapper.
hand's soaked,
There have been
too.
times where I'm not hungry anymore.
You ever drop a little mayo in the carpet and you just put your finger in there and scoop it out?
Oh, I thought you meant you rub it in.
Ketchup.
Getting the gabagool out of the wrapper is impossible.
They'll stick together too.
We can do better.
It is sticky.
This is
As a
smart.
society,
No. Debate television is so bad. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up the discourse.
This is
Talk
the
about-
smart show. We'll be the ones who do it.
I just don't understand how it stays so wet the entire time.
I want to address another point Tony has made. Is there a worse food, David, that he could have said hitting the floor wet for 2 seconds than ham? Ham. What is the salmon?
Potatoes,
Oh, jeez.
I think ham.
ham is perfect.
Ham, because if that floor has a speck of anything on it, it's in the ham, and then it's in your digestive system. I'm stunned that you're saying that 2 seconds is enough because it has sopped up the entirety of your kitchen.
Depends, you know.
Have you ever experienced like the 3-second rule where you're like, oh, no, it's cool, it's good. And you're eating and all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's a hair in there.
Like
There's
a
nothing wrong
lo-
with that hair.
like a
Never.
lollipop on a carpet.
I'm examining that
Like
thing.
Trae
I'm
Young's
turning it
hair?
over behind. Like I'm getting a magnifying glass. I'm saying, is there any particles on this? And then I'll eat it, and then that's it.
Oh, man, there's nothing more
There's
than
no hair slipping by.
there's nothing more than finding somebody that got through the Border Patrol. Oh,
The worst.
it's like, what was I doing? I thought it looked clean.